Alright guys, welcome to the second episode of Shining Light, What Does Final Fantasy XIV Do Right? Now, if you happen to see this episode before the first one, you can always drop back a one, and I realized, I left my delay on for when I was streaming. So the audio's a little off, I may have to re-record that, but that's all, neither here nor there. So, the last episode, we focused on visual indicators of increasing content. Today, we're going to talk about deterministic rewards, meaning, okay, I know that, let's say this is the loot table, right? So I open it up, boom, boom, loot table. Everything in there is a potential reward for running a certain piece of content. And now, some MMOs will have you, okay, let's see, let's go with a black zombie. Boom. Oh, didn't get a black zombie. Okay. Let's try again. Next boss, black zombie, come on. Nope, no black zombie. Let's try for another one. Oh, hey, finally. Black zombie. Alright, so, a lot of RNG can be a very useful thing. It can be great because it can be rewarding. It can also feel punishing, and I think more lately, lack of deterministic rewards, lack of control over what you do as a player, over your effort, can lead to burnout and a little bit of, salt. Obviously, like, oh man, why did he get that? So let's go show off a system, celebrate a thing, and then we'll conclude the video. Stand by for an impact in 3, 2, 1. And we're back in MMO land. Okay, so, here's the thing. We're talking about deterministic rewards. Before we determine what deterministic rewards are, well, could probably reword that better. What are rewards? Rewards are anything you get from completing and or participating in an event in-game. Now that we've overly pedantic that down, let's actually talk about some stuff. So, deterministic rewards are usually given to you via some tracking method, because otherwise, how are you going to make sure that is? In this game, we use a currency or a token system. So, for example, let's pull up my currency tab. We see, obviously, gil is money, seals, ventures, mandeville, gold, saucer points, not important. This is what's important to us right now. We have these Allegan tomestones, right? So, it looks like we got 400 poetic, 160 creation, 609 mendacity, and 333 genesis. All right. So that doesn't really mean a whole lot to anybody. So let's go in here and talk this thing. So I know that I have a certain amount of currency. Okay, I've got creation, mendacity, and genesis. I've got 3 tiers of stuff. 3 tiers of currencies, 3 tiers of things. So far, we're tracking. We haven't broken the system. Let's go into mendacity, disciple of war, right? All right, let's say I want a shield. Oh, 300. I can afford it. I've got it. Boom. Nice. All right, I can get that. And it gives me everything. Item level 360. So if I was a tank and I was like, man, I just need a shield. I just need a better shield than, this 340 thing I have. Oh, hey, I can get that. All right. Well, that makes sense. Now, let's say I buy the shield. Boom, boom. What do I get next? What do I need? Obviously I need more tomes. How do I get the tomes? Well, boom. Oh, hey, look, if I do these roulettes, I get a certain amount of currency in different tiers. Same thing with here. Certain amount of currency, different tiers. Same thing, certain amount of currency, different tiers. It's almost as if they want you to go run the content with people to play, and they'll incentivize it a little bit by not only giving you a chance to get items and gear from the random number generator of, hey, we killed a boss, a couple of things dropped, I rolled need, greed, or pass, boom, and I get a chance, I needed a better pair of earrings, and what do you know? I got a better pair of earrings. Now, for some reason, I can punch better. Don't worry about that. In fact, Nim, why don't you shadowbox for me? You shadowbox. All right, there it is. Anyways, so now I have the chance to get currency to spend and RNG. Now you may be like, all right, Nim, that's pretty cool. I like that. That lets me kind of plan out things, and we don't plan for an optimal scenario in this circumstance. We plan for a worst case scenario. So let's say we go here. Let's go to Genesis. Let's go to the highest level. I want the best shield I can buy outside of like raiding and crazy upgrades and things like that. So I want the Scavian Magitech shield. That's what I want. I need it. All right. So it's 300. Cool. All right. Well, hey, it looks like I opened up my bag. I already have one. So let's go pick up another item level of that. All right. So I need, a helmet, right? Let's say I need a helmet. Boom. I just need this Scavian headgear of striking because I'm a monk. Boom, 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 boom. That's what I want. I need 495. Okay, so I know that worst case scenario from 333 to 495 is, 120 or so. It's a little bit more than that. It's more like 100. It's more like 160, but I'm not gonna do the math right now. So I need roughly, let's say 160, 170 tomes to get that working. So I know I can go to the tomes. I can be like, okay, well, I need that. So I can get 40 here. And then I can get 15 there when I unlock that. I can get nothing there, 5 there. And then if I go down to trials, I can get 10. Main scenario, I can get another 50. Normal raids, I can get 15. Okay, so I have a way to get this. And then, of course, my PvP, I can get 20 from there. So I can get pretty close today for that. And so that might mean if I do everything, boom, 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 I might have 2 days until I can get my helmet at the current level. Now you may be like, man, but doesn't that take away the fun of the game? No, because in the middle of doing all that stuff, right? Let's say I do this duty roulette expert, or I do the level 70 dungeon. Let's say I get a really good helmet. All right, that holds me over until, and I may have to make, it either will hold me over, or it may change. Hey, what am I going to spend my money on? Oh, I don't need a helmet anymore. Why not get a ring, or a necklace, or a chest piece? Who knows? Then that's going to change the math. The important thing is you actually finish a gear set. And by finishing a gear set, you can then focus on maximizing DPS through proper rotations. You don't have to worry about hitting certain breakpoints. And you can focus on other sets. You can be like, all right, I'm good. I got this monk thing down. I don't need to worry about this. But if I switch over to another class, let's say I switch over to the white mage, right? Boom. Oh, white mage still needs to be leveled. And obviously it still needs to be geared. It's about 100 gear levels below my monk. So we can then, and then while I'm leveling him, I can use the tomes that I would get, and when my white mage gets there, I can be like, oh, okay, I don't even have to really play into the RNG slot machine. I don't even have to pull it for the most part. I can be like, oh, you need, okay, here's a chest piece and a couple of rings, boom, boom, and you are already well and truly geared up until a certain point, and then I can then focus on you specifically, but it'll allow for that initial over-the-hump boost. And of course, I don't want this to happen right away. We're at the very end of an expansion. I remember I played this back when 310 was about the cap. So that was something, and I was in full 310, 315 gear. The important thing is that deterministic rewards keep a player engaged because you can plan for stuff. And if you happen to have equivalent rewards through an RNG system, then you have RNG being a reward or being something nice as opposed to a punishment. Like, oh, well, I ran the stuff. Oh, I didn't get anything. Okay, I ran the stuff. Oh, I didn't get anything. And eventually, whereas while that happens, at least I'm getting like, okay, well, I need 100 more tomes. All right, I ran that. Now I need 60 more tomes. Okay, well, I ran that next day. Now I need 20 more tomes. And eventually, you end up completing gear slots, completing slots, which gives players a sense of, okay, that's done, I'm good, now I can focus on something else. It's the difference between artificially inflating a loot table to give a sense of, well, you're never going to be done, and giving content that you're like, all right, you can do this, you can be done with that part of this game for right now. And then obviously we're going to add on more later, and then you have to go back and maybe have to readjust or retune if you care about it. If not, okay, fine. Because again, not everybody cares about every class in the game. In fact, if I pull up my thing right now, you'll see there's a bunch I don't even have yet because I didn't bother with it. Like, you know, I'm leveling Fisher right now. I didn't pick up any of these. So that's something there. At any rate, we're going to wrap up the video, so let's step out of MMO land as we close this video on deterministic rewards and what a player can expect reasonably, and kind of an idea of what Final Fantasy XIV does right as terms to reward structures. I do want to take a minute to thank everybody who tuned in and mention that my goal is to become kind of a one-stop content creation shop for Final Fantasy XIV. Now, will that happen? Who knows? But the important thing is, thank you for that. We will say that for the pro YouTube move, I stream on Twitch. Boom, it'll be there at the bottom. Should be scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now, as well as in the description of the video. The idea here is, what do you guys think, though, more importantly than all that? Is, do you think that deterministic rewards, as I laid them out, are a good thing, a bad thing? Does it hurt the game? Does it help the game? Basically any and all opinion here is probably going to be valid because I play MMOs primarily to relax in a PvE environment. That's what I like to do. I like to be like, hey, get 3 of my buddies like, hey, let's go get that guy. Boom, get him. And then when we fight, you hear the dramatic music. And then loot time. That's the plan. We like to fight. We like to do this stuff. We like to have fun. Yes, I did find a way to work the dramatic sting in. I'm very excited about that. We're going to have to take a listen and see if that works. The important thing is, guys, I hope that you have fun gaming. I stream again on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Nimicry. I will be live later today, 2 p.m. Eastern on Saturday and Sunday, and 6 p.m. Eastern on Monday and Tuesday. Outside of that, keep gaming and enjoy life.